Hi, everyone, and welcome to Arts and Minds Online, our 11th session. Hard to believe, isn't it? But it just lets you know how long this pandemic has been going on. So a couple of weeks ago, we started a cross-Canada road trip with our art. Last week, we were in Nova Scotia, and today we're going to drive across the Confederation Bridge that connects New Brunswick with Prince Edward Island. It's a 13-kilometer span that goes across the Northumberland Strait. An amazing, amazing bridge, not only from an engineering point of view, but just the views from it. If you've had a chance to go across it, it's quite amazing. So, and then when you arrive in Prince Edward Island, at least from my point of view, sort of the first impression you get are the colors. So I'm sort of calling this the colors of PEI. And there are strips of fields, sort of uncluttered, just strips of field in bright colors. It's quite an amazing sight. And so that's what we're going to do today, just sort of showing the colors of PEI. These are some of the colors that I've seen, pictures that I've taken of PEI, and pictures that I've seen of PEI. A lot of yellow. The yellow might be canola, might be mustard seed. And then there's always red soil everywhere in PEI. PEI is known for its potatoes, and so potatoes eventually are going to be planted and grown in this red soil. But you see red soil everywhere, and green. Not sure what's growing there. I don't know. And then also, wherever you are in PEI, you're not far from a view of water, whether it's the Northumberland Strait or the Gulf of St. Lawrence. You can find water, and of course, the blue sky. So as I say, it just kind of strips of color. I couldn't resist, even though our flower theme is over, I couldn't resist putting some flowers in. These are lupins. They grow wild. They grow everywhere. They're very abundant in Prince Edward Island, and they're very beautiful. There are other things in Prince Edward Island that you would see that aren't on the picture. It's also known for golf courses. Well, maybe this might be a golf course, who knows? There are golf courses, there are lovely beaches, and probably most famous of all is Anne of Green Gables, but those didn't get included in the picture. I suppose if you wanted to, you could add Anne of Green Gables over here, or you could just maybe put a red braid down the edge here, up to you. Anyway, this is what we're going to do today, the colors of PEI. These are the things that you'll need, and of course, as always, you'll see the list up on the screen. You need a pencil to do your sketch. You'll need to choose your medium, and again, up to you. This is watercolor. Would look great with acrylic paints, would look fine with colored pencils, watercolor crayons, whatever you choose. The colors that you will need will obviously sort of a burnt sienna if you're using watercolor paints, or a sort of a reddy orange for this, green. I like turquoise for this, for the water, and I always choose ultramarine blue for the sky. For the lupins are usually pink, purple, the bluey color, so those kinds of colors for the lupins. If you're using watercolor or acrylics, you're going to need a couple of brushes. Brush this size, I think this is an 8 or a 10, and then a smaller brush as well. And as always with anything water-based, you need a container of water, and you need a paper towel. And I think that's it. So check the list and get your materials ready. And then when you come back, we'll be ready to get started drawing and painting. Okay, you're all ready. Let's put up our line drawing. Make sure I've got it right side up. All right, there we go. And I've drawn it just sort of an indication of where I want the fields to be and so on. I don't know whether you can see this terribly well. I've done it fairly faintly. You will do it even more faintly, do it with pencil on your paper so that it's not getting in the way when you paint it. But I think you can see it well enough. I'll move this a little closer in a second. But so I've just drawn some lines to show this is the horizon line. This is the line that sort of starts where the fields start. Here's the field. This is the green one. Here's the field. This is the red one, and this is the yellow one. You don't have to do them in, you can put the colors in any order that you like. I've also just sort of sketched in a cone shape for the lupins, because that's the shape of the lupin, but do it sort of faintly. It's just kind of show you where they should be or where you want them to be. I've put in 5 because I think we've talked before about there should be an odd number of flowers. So put in your lupins, all right? So take a minute or two and do your sketch as faintly as you can with pencil, okay? And then come back. Okay, I'm going to start by painting the lupins. The lupins are pink and purple. So those are the colors I'm going to start with. And I hope my paint is dry enough. I'm going to use a little brush here, my small brush. I'm going to mix up a bit of rosy color in my brush. Put a little bit of white on there. And let's see what we've got. Okay, we'll try that. All right. When you're doing the lupins, let me just get this. Let me just get this so that you can see that. Okay, that's about as close as I can get it. All right. Start at the top with just sort of dabs, right? And keeping space in between. And the dabs at the top. Not too wide across, using your pencil sketch as a guide. Okay, just dabs, leaving little air in between there, and then start making them bigger, wider. Just dab sort of little oval shapes. Again, I'm having a little bit of difficulty seeing that on that angle, but you get the idea. It's sort of running and a bit wet, but you can do a better job than this. Okay, and then it gets wider down at the bottom. And that's how you do a lupin, okay? Just so long as you're pointy at the top, and then it works its way down to a wider bottom. I'll do one more. This time I'll mix up a little red with a little blue and get a purple. And I'll do this one here in the middle. Okay, starting at the top, and again, dabs. Getting wider towards the bottom of the cone. So what you should do is just mix up some colors, have some colors ready, some pink, pink like this, and then darker, a little more purple color, different sort of shades of pink and purple. Mix them up so that you have them ready to go, and then paint the rest of your lupins. Okay, so I won't take the time to do all 5 of those, but you go ahead and come back, and we'll do the rest of it. Okay. Okay, with your lupins done. I can't really see that on that angle anyway. Yeah, this one is a bit of a mess, but I hope yours will be better. Okay, I'm going to start now with, I'm going to start at the top. Let's start with the sky. Sky is ultramarine. just plain ultramarine. I'm going to make it fairly watery and hope that it doesn't run down the page. Okay, and I'm going to go all the way across this time. Okay, I want to get a little more color on that. Okay, and now I'll take that color off the brush and just drag this down to the horizon line so that it's very light, but still a bit blue. No color on my brush, I'm just dragging that paint down. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to just keep on going with it. At any time, you can, of course, pause the video if you want to work a little longer at your sky. But I'll just keep on going. So now I'm going to do the water. As I've mentioned, I like sort of a turquoise. I might add a little bit of blue with it. Oops, I got maybe a little too much blue there. Let's just see. Yeah, that's all right. And a fairly sharp line where the horizon is. Just get a little darker on that. If you're looking at that from a distance, that horizon line is very straight across. This is what this isn't. Okay. And again, with a cleaner brush this time, and let's see if we've got enough paint to bring it down. No, need a little more. Wish I could get that straighter, but just as I say, on this angle, I can't do that. All right, so that's the water, and I'm going to go ahead with the fields. This one green, and I'm going to use in this case it's a light green, sort of lime green. Might put a little bit of yellow in there. Not too much, because you're going to have a yellow field as well. And I'm going to use the flat of the brush here to really get it. And this is why we did the lupins first, so that now you can go around the lupins. And I can't go all the way over there, but you can. Maybe, let's just say. All right, a little darker up there. Okay, and if you've got sort of darker and lighter, that's good because it gives a little more texture. All right, that's that field. We're not sure what that field is. Now we're going to do the red soil. Anybody talks about Prince Edward Island, they always talk about the red soil. So I'm mixing up a little burnt sienna with just some red. Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's fine. And again, then you can come between the lupins. all the way across. Okay. I'm just going to use a little bit. Oh, actually, I think I'll come back to that. I just want to show you on the reference. When I did the red soil on the reference, it was much darker, I see. And I've showed sort of rows. This will eventually be potato fields. So these are kind of the rows between the potato field, between the gardens. And so make a little bit darker lines there to just show that it's just not all solid across. These are sort of pathways. All right. I don't want to do that just yet because it's too wet. So let me just come down to the yellow. And I'm just going to use a couple of shades of yellow here. Let's see what we've got. A little bit too green, but that's okay. That's better. Okay, and again, whoops, that's a lupin. Oh, there's no in between there. All right. Okay. So now you finally get to stop and take a few minutes to paint. And when we come back, we'll add a little detail to this. Okay, so it takes some minutes and finish your painting. Okay, so with this, and I really would like that. I would like it darker, like in the reference. This is really too light. It doesn't look red, but in any case, we'll use it. And so just to show, this is sort of the lines that divide up the field. It's not working because this is just too wet. So I'm just going to use the reference to show you that. To just sort of make some darker rows here on the fields. Then when all of this is done and it's dry, and let's see if that's dry enough, just between this field and this field, I put a little bit of dark green to show like there are bushes or trees in here. Just dividing this field, different heights. And these are sort of fields in the distance, so you don't want them to be too tall. Okay. And again, carrying on. All right. Okay. I'm just going to go back to the reference here for a second. So should look more like this than this. So when you're done, when you've got everything done to your satisfaction, I think I want to emphasize really to make this really a deep brown red, because that's what's really predominant in Prince Edward Island. Okay, when you have all that done, then sign it, put the date, and as always, we ask that you send us what you've done. Send us a photo of what you've done, so that we get a chance to see your masterpieces. We're going to show you one today at the end of the show that was done by one of our participants of the jelly bean houses in Newfoundland. It's great. In the meantime, take good care.